This is Ron Cochrane for ABC Reports. The jury of 12 white men has reached a verdict in the trial of their old friend Tom Coleman for the slaying of a Negro civil rights worker. The verdict was in accord with the precedents in such cases in the South. I'll have the story of that trial in a moment.
Some things happen to supper. Today, there's a lunchtime feel to the evening meal, and soup is part of it all. A soup like Campbell's Chicken Noodle is a fast, easy way to add extra flavor and nourishment to quick suppers. Liven up your supper tonight with delicious Campbell's Chicken Noodle soup.
They always eat better when you remember the soup.
Reach for the Campbell's, it's right on your shelf.
The Tom Coleman trial was one of controversy between the citizens of Hayneville, Alabama, and the state of Alabama's Attorney General. ABC's Tom Jarrell was in the courtroom.
Attorney General Richmond Flowers had hoped that Thomas Coleman would be indicted not for first-degree manslaughter, but for first-degree murder. And when the manslaughter indictment came out, Flowers made every effort to take complete control of the prosecution and handle the case himself. He was hoping to get another indictment, of course, before it went to trial. However, the judge ordered the case to trial as a manslaughter charge. He agreed to prosecute the case as it stood today, except he wanted one witness, the Roman Catholic priest, Father Morris Rowe of Chicago, who was with the civil rights group and was wounded at the time Jonathan Daniels was killed. However, the district judge in charge of the trial, T. Worth Thygart, ordered the court proceeding to proceed immediately, regardless of that witness. And so at that moment, the Alabama State Attorney General said he saw no hope of conviction and pulled out of the case altogether.
Today, the jury reached its verdict, and it came as no surprise.
There's never been a conviction in a major civil rights slaying in the modern South. The all-white jury took 2 hours and 30 minutes to reach its not guilty decision.
What was the reaction of the people in the courtroom? Again, Tom Jarrell.
Tom Coleman is a very popular man in Hayneville, and he had a large following in court, and all seemed very pleased and delighted with the verdict.
But Attorney General Flowers had another reaction.
This finding by a Lowndes County jury again places the good name of Alabama and her people on the bigoted stake of racism. There is nothing wrong with the law in Alabama. For enforcement to break down in isolated areas is indeed shameful. But most Alabamians abhor such conditions.
But for now, at least, the Attorney General of Alabama has lost this round to Hayneville.
Hello there. Aren't you Craig Granite, the famous strong man who rips telephone books apart?
Yes, I am.
How do you do it?
I think good thoughts. I drink lots of V8.
Looks good, like tomato juice.
But it's V8 cocktail vegetable juice from Campbell. V8 gives you the natural goodness of 8 healthful garden vegetables. No single juice can match it.
I still say it looks like tomato juice.
Try V8 and see.
Wow! It sure doesn't taste like tomato juice.
Of course not. It tastes like V8.
Anything else?
I use very thin telephone books.
Ron Cochrane for ABC Reports.
This is the ABC Radio Network.